Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Keegs, and today I'll be talking about my new favorite reality show, which I don't watch a lot of reality TV. The only thing I don't really reality TV I really watch is like 90 Day Fiance and then like a couple other things, but that's about it. But I've been watching this show on Max called Survive the Raft, and let me tell you, this show is great for all the tension it has. So let me explain what the show is about. So back in 1973, this guy Santiago Genovese, I think his name was, he tried doing a social experiment. There was a lot of stuff going on at that time, Vietnam War, civil rights stuff, right? Um, his experiment was he took a group of people and put them on a raft to see if they could survive for so many days. Okay, sounds pretty simple. The catch was the people selected were people that would usually disagree with each other. Like, think like a conservative and a liberal on an island together. It's that, like that, okay? There's people who disagree with each other, and to see if they could, like, put aside their differences and survive on a raft. Um, I forgot how long it lasted or how long it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be for like maybe like a couple weeks or a month or something. I don't have the exact details in front of me right now, but it didn't last how long it was. It was a complete failure. So this show, it's sort of redoing that, except now money's involved. All right. So they got a group of people, and you got people like, you know, uh, you got a vegan, a meat eater, hunter, fisherman. You have all these like different like people that you would never expect to get along. All right. So when money comes involved is that these people they have bounty missions like every episode, and a bounty mission is basically just like it's like a challenge that they have to work together to complete. And then during these challenges, um, they collect money that goes into a safe on the raft, and that money builds up as they work together. And then at the end of the series, at the end of the season, all the money that's collected is like split between everyone who's left at the end of the show. So now the twist with that is that, and there's a couple twists to this show, which makes the show even more great. The first twist when it comes to money is that um, every challenge, either one or more of the contestants is given like a temptation. They're offered to take money for themselves. The point is to collect money for the entire group. But a couple times they get what they call a temptation, like I said, and a person is offered to take more money either out of what the group has or just like completely separate. But they're offered to take money for themselves. And surprisingly, like well, 6 episodes in, and the first 5 episodes, nobody took money for themselves. The last episode that just aired, two people did, but they were allowed to by the whole group. It was a certain situation that was going on with that. And then the second twist to the show is that, okay, when the first episode starts, you have this group, right? And they're getting along, they're getting to know each other and everything on the raft. And then the twist with that comes that like every day or every couple of days, on the show to us it looks like when we watch it looks like every day, but yeah, basically every episode, um, the host brings in a new person, and in the group they have to work with that person for the day, and then they have to decide if they want to keep that person. Which if they do, they have to vote somebody else out. They have to swap them with somebody else who's been on the boat. So yeah, it's like, does this person? They got to think like, is this person like, are they a good fit for this group? Can they do the things we need them to do? That kind of stuff, right? And of course, there comes tensions with like letting somebody off the raft because they've got to know that person, and yeah. So And then if they, of course, if they decide not to keep the new person, they just go home. So, but yeah, this show is amazing, and every episode has had me hooked. Let me just mention some of the things that have been going on this show. People are always plotting. There's always like a group of people standing off the side of the boat, like, yo, I think we need to try to vote off Jeremy because he's not pulling his weight around here. And then somebody in that group who heard that discussion will basically go and tell Jeremy like what the discussion was, and Jeremy will get upset. And there's nobody on the show named Jeremy. That was just an example. But it's just been some crazy stuff. They had one contestant that quit because when they brought in the first swap they brought in, the first new person they brought in happened to have the same name as this original contestant, you could say. They had the same first name. And so the first contestant who had that name got all paranoid and was like, oh, she has the same name as me. They're trying to they're trying to get me off this raft. They don't want me to win. They don't. And then she ended up quitting because she got so paranoid. She tried to sabotage another person and lied, and it just ended up like backfiring on her, and she just ended up quitting. So there's that. And my favorite interaction was like in the first episode. Okay, so before they get on the raft, all these people they're meeting up at this fish market, and the host name is, I know his first name is Nate. I might have it. Let me bring it up real quick. Let's see. Google.com survive. That was a host Nate Boyer. Okay, yeah. Those Nate Boyer. I know he's like he used to be in the NFL. I don't know what team he played for, or but I know he's like an athlete, and he was in the military. I believe he mentioned. Cool guy, great host. Love him. He's fantastic on this. Um, so like everybody's at this like fish market, and he's meeting the group for the first time, explaining where it is. And so they have one character that you can tell is from the south. You can tell he's a good old boy, you know. And this one lady looks at him, and she just says, I got my eye on that dude. He's obviously a racist. Okay, a little judgmental there, I'm gonna be honest. So anyways, they finally get on the boat. It's the first night on the boat raft, sorry, whatever. First night on the raft, and they're sort of like introducing each other, right? They're going around like, oh, I'm blah blah blah. I do this, that's that. They get to Mr. Good Old Boy. He's from the South, all right. He's right about that. And then he says, I'm also a civil rights activist. And the jaw on the woman's face that, said he's most likely a racist, just like you could hear it hit the floor. Like it was funny. It was funny. But you guys have to give this show a chance. If you like reality shows, games reality shows with like challenges and stuff, it's in that vein. Um and now like there's 6 episodes in, and I don't know how many episodes there's gonna be, because in the preview for the next episode, um they just said they're bringing in one last swap. So this last person they're bringing in, they're not bringing any more after that, and then they're gonna start doing eliminations. So I'm wondering how that's gonna work, because I thought like everybody had to make it to the end, like I said earlier. So that's kind of new to me. By the way, guys, You should definitely check this show out. Give it a chance. It's a great watch. Um, it's sort of amazing because even though these people you would not expect all of them to get along, um, they been doing like a really good job. Like I said, nobody's really taking any money for themselves except the one thing where like two people were allowed to, um, because of reasons. And then you know, even though some of these people have differences, like um, one of the people on the boat is a vegan. They don't eat meat, milk, anything that comes from animals, right? And there's a lot of fishing going on. But people took into account and like there's an island that they can go to and like forage for like firewood and fruit and stuff. So they went and they got her some mushrooms and stuff, like mushrooms that would really help, with protein and stuff. So it's like it's really cool watching these people like work together. Now, like I said, there are um tension. There's some tension with like some people and stuff. Like it's just a crazy and wild show. I don't want to spoil too much for y'all because y'all need to check this out because it is awesome and I highly recommend it. So if you're just bored and you want to watch something, entertaining, definitely check out Survive the Raft. If I had to rate it, I'd definitely give it a 10 out of 10 right now because it definitely has me hooked. But anyways, that's my little rant slash review on Survive the Raft. Definitely check it out, and I will see you all in the next video.